Sometimes it feels like we've lost touch with our family's history, right? Like there are these traditions that are just out of reach. Well, today we're going to look at a super interesting project that's using modern tech to fix that exact problem. It's like a digital lifeline for an ancient practice, bringing it to a whole new generation. So, can your phone really connect you with ancient traditions? I mean, it sounds a little weird, doesn't it? Our phones are all about what's happening right now, but can they also connect us to, the way, way back? It feels like they're worlds apart, but believe it or not, the answer is yes. Let's dive into how.
Okay, so before we get into the solution, we gotta understand the problem. Why on earth would we need a digital tool for an ancient ritual? What's the challenge today that makes something like this so important? All right, so at the center of all this is something called Gotra Pravara. The easiest way to think about it, it's kind of like an ancestral address. It's the specific declaration of your family's lineage, your clan, that you recite during important Hindu rituals to basically say, here's who I am and here's where I come from.
And here's the thing, that's where a lot of people get stuck, especially for younger folks, trying to remember this long, pretty complex series of names, and then pronouncing them right, that's a huge challenge. It might not seem like a big deal, but it can honestly be a barrier that keeps people from feeling totally connected to their own traditions. So you've got this ancient practice running up against a very modern problem. What's the solution? Well, you do what we do best in the 21st century. You build a digital bridge. Let's take a look at what that actually means. And this quote from the creator, Sandeep Miriala, just hits the nail on the head. See, the whole point isn't to replace tradition with an app. Not at all. It's about using tech to unlock a door to tradition that, for a lot of people, might have been closed. And that brings us to this, the digital Pravara assistant. The idea behind it is so simple, but it's also really powerful. It's a tool that just works. It gives you instant access to your family's lineage details right on your phone, whenever you need them. Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds cool, but is it going to be complicated to use? And honestly, that's where this thing really shines. The beauty of it is just how simple it is. Come on, let me walk you through it. Seriously, it's this easy. 4 steps, that's it. You just pick your Gothra from a drop-down menu, boom, you get your Pravara. Then you can actually hear how to pronounce it correctly, and you can even share it with your family. It's all designed to be super intuitive. And when you break down the features, you can see how they directly solve those problems we talked about. Forgetting the details? Instant access, solved. Scared of mispronouncing something? The text-to-speech has your back. Want to share it with your parents or grandparents? One click and it's on WhatsApp. It's all about getting rid of those little hurdles. Now, at the moment, the tool covers the Shukla Yajurveda Gotras. But, and this is important, this is just the starting point. The plan is to keep adding more and more Vedic branches over time. So think of it as a living project that's only going to get better. All right, so we've seen the nuts and bolts of how the tool works, but let's zoom out for a second, because this is about so much more than just a convenient app. It's really part of a bigger, more important conversation about how we can use technology to preserve our traditions. And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? This is more than just a utility. This is about preservation. It's about taking this really important cultural knowledge and creating a digital archive, making sure it doesn't just fade away with time. We're literally using the tools of our time to protect the heritage of the future. Okay, but let's talk about the elephant in the room. Anytime we download a new app or use a new tool, there's always that one big question. What about my data? Is my privacy safe? And that's an absolutely crucial thing to ask. Well, the answer here is refreshingly simple. Look at what the tool does. It gives you details. It helps you learn. Now look at what it never does. It never saves your data. It never stores your personal information. It's built to be a one-way street. It gives you information, and that's the end of the transaction. It's not a data collection machine. And this number, this says everything you need to know. 0. That's the amount of user data this tool saves. In a world where everything is trying to grab your data, that is a massive statement. It means you can connect with your own heritage without worrying about a thing. Total peace of mind. So when you see a simple tool like this, it kind of leaves you with a much bigger question, doesn't it? If we can use tech to preserve something so personal and ancient as our lineage, what else can we do? What other stories, what other traditions, what other parts of our heritage are just waiting for someone to come along with a smart digital solution to make sure they survive for generations to come? It's a pretty exciting thing to think about. Thanks for tuning in.